Embrace the unknown. Many people live in life and say they know. Many people living in life and think they do know. But what is it when you don't know nothing? Or what is it when you don't know what you're getting into? Or what is it when you don't have a clue? What is it when you don't know what tomorrow looks like? Would you embrace it? Some people may be scared, some people may not be scared. But would you embrace it? Some people don't know how their day would be. They wake up in the morning and it's very strange for them. They don't know how it is. They don't know how the day is going to be. Many of us, we don't got a clue of how our days are going to be. We don't have a clue of what might happen. And what may not happen. We don't know. If you don't know what's behind that door, or if you don't know what tomorrow look like, I'ma say this. Embrace it. Because we living in a world now where it's easy Alright. You just give me a regular juice.
Juice.
Yeah, just something to drink.
I gave Bellman out the money.
Alright. Yeah, just a regular juice.
What flavor?
Fruit punch.
Okay.
Thank you, Danny. And with me saying embrace it, we live in a strange world. And I don't know, I just don't like this world because people are very fake. And I'm gonna be totally honest, as always. I'm living in a sick world, like we all are. And I really don't care if people like me or don't like me. See, some people that get confused with that, but no. You gotta embrace what you know and what you don't know. People could live in this world and they could say this, they could say that. Some people could live one way, some people could live another way. Man, let them continue. Okay, because I learned it's not the older you get, but the more you keep on experiencing things, you learn people. And pennies are probably the cheapest thing that people will say. But if you look at people, they're very, like, sick is not even a word to use for these people on earth. Like, I really laugh. I have to laugh, because a lot of people be fake every day. But these people that be fake every day, they got the guts to act like they better than you. I think so much sometimes that you know when you're right and you know when you're wrong. And not in my lifetime. Because one thing I learned, humans, no matter what color you consider yourself, like to play a manipulation game where I don't like to play with humans. I don't like to play a game with nobody because when you play with people in this world, they actually think it's okay to keep on playing. And I don't care how the cookie crumbles, but you see how fake human beings are. And you don't embrace that though. You just know. Some people say it's sad, but to me I say it's the way it is. Even from the killing in the world, you have to embrace it. You have to, because people would make stuff up But people will act like they don't see killing every day, hate every day, envy every day. And it's from the same so-called people that call themselves your family, your friends, close ones. People get hurt by family and friends more than they get hurt by strangers, but in life they told you to watch out for strangers. They ain't never tell you to watch out for family. And family hurt you more than friends. Because nowadays they put a black eye on what a friend is, but you have to understand, and you have to really understand, we live in a world where people don't have common sense, and getting over on people, that's what the public does. Everything that goes on in the public is what they call the normal. And people, what they do, follow the norm, right? As they say. But as I always love to say, if you debunk history and keep on debunking history, you'll see that human civilization and human life was all a big lie. We all live in a big lie right now, but everybody will say, wait till God come back. And I'm going to always say, what God are you talking about? And you can't call me an atheist, because the people that so-called tell people to believe in God, they don't believe in no God at all. Because you think it's okay to just say things. But what type of life do you live? Okay. But they want you to believe that governments around the world are leading people. I'm going to tell you something, people. Let me tell you something. If a good majority of this world actually believed that governments around the world really care about people, the people are falling into a deep, dark abyss. Because I don't believe none of them. And I really understand now, and I embrace it now, to know that you gotta, not me, but the public, you have to play deaf, blind, and dumb to get along in this world that is deaf, blind, and dumb. They always put God in the way to try to make people look good or try to make something sound good. God ain't got nothing to do with none of this shit that's going on in the world that human beings made for others to suffer. But when you say things like that, you have to embrace the world of people, not everybody, but some, calling you crazy. And this is why the truth would always be a lie, and the lie would always live in their world. Because this is where things come, where conspiracy theories, all different type of angles, and you could take one and make a million. Because confusion is the only way to go. Confusion is to make the illusion work. The people must be confused. The people must be in shambles. The people must be spreaded all around and not have no common understanding with each other. The other day the elder said, what do we all have in common? The sky and oxygen. But why do you think the human beings on this planet can't understand each other right now? People don't want to admit the truth, and we must keep on lying to each other as humans. Whether it's Caucasian people beating melanated people down, and whether it's melanated people fighting back verbally or physically, because it's funny how the devil could tell you to believe in God. And I'm going to say this. How you think these evil Caucasian people gave you any religion or spirituality? And that's how the world kisses up to the foolish Caucasian man. It's a sad world. And many a times I can't even really laugh, because it's to show you how stupid some humans are. I'm on the switch where I don't even give I don't care no more, because you watch humans fail for fun. And this is a big shit show just for fun. For real, when my physical body leaves off this earth, I think I'll be better than I feel right now, because I'm okay right now, but I learned only the universe and God could understand me. And to try to make human beings understand you or overstand you, you're just wasting your time. Don't even try it. That's why I don't care how anybody looks at me or how anybody think I am. I could die okay. Because I'm not living for no human. And I don't even have no emotions about how humans make me feel, because yeah, in the public eye you have to say this and that, but what emotion am I gonna show? What? You know, like, humans are beyond sad, okay? And sometimes you just have to embrace that, of knowing that some humans ain't shit. So why waste your time in trying to make people in this world be something that they could never be? For real, because you'll be fighting for people to be good, but you'll be wasting your time and your energy, because they'll remain full of shit. They will remain nothing. You know how much times I watch people in the so-called black community. You want to fight for this, you want to fight for that, you want to argue for this, you want to argue for that. You ain't going to get nowhere but be the same people that you always be. Have problems with no solutions. And if somebody think that's a diss, I could care less. Because you're going to have the same problems. And it ain't no solution. It ain't no building. That's why everybody in this world, don't matter where you go or who you are, you think it's a something good for you to call the ghetto your home, but then after that you have people scared? Scared of what? Death? Or scared of what? Another human? And let me tell you this, people. Anybody that think they could pose fear in another human is the real pussy. Let me say it again, okay? Because people got this, what's a coward and what's a macho man or macho woman. They got it all twisted, okay? Now let me say it again so the people could hear. And I'm going to break it down too. Because there's a lot of cowards and pussies in this world. Male and female, okay? Male and female. And some people would like to say they don't say things to kiss people butt. But I watch people in this world, they sucker up to people. And I ain't here to sucker up to nobody. I'm not here to say anything that anybody likes. I'm not here to say anything that you dislike. You know, because I watch people in this world. You want to be tough. You want to be tough for what? Huh? You want to be tough for what? What are you getting? Bro, because this is the reason why I laugh at that. How many black men go to jail in America? Go to jail in America, right? And like the sad thing is, you ain't no product of your environment. And black men need to stop that weak nonsense. You ain't no product of your environment. You're a product of stupidity. Okay? You're a product of low-level vibration. Because I like when the black man and the black woman, Latino, Hispanic, I like when we say, oh, product of your environment. You know what? They made their jail cells, right, and their courtrooms a product of their environment. And I remember when I used to get mad of oh, okay. $1.69. Oh, it's okay, Danny. Thank you. You ate your breakfast, your lunch? All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Most of the times when I be silent now, I'm gonna be totally honest, I be thinking of how very shameful and sad this world is, you know? And many times when I'm silent, I'm gonna be honest with you, I surprise myself. You know, because I'm not gonna say that I don't know how to speak or I don't know how to talk or have a conversation, but I don't really just like talking for the fun of it with no sense. And what I seen in my lifetime, you seen how some people waste energy. See how some people are sick. And I always say to myself nowadays, I ain't waiting for God to save me. I already been free. Well, I don't need no religion. I don't need nobody religion. For real, I don't. Because y'all need religion, right? But y'all don't have no correction without no religion. Because I wonder how people have religion, right, but still do effed up things. And people that don't have no religion, they live their best life and they live with respect and honor. But they don't like when you say people use religion to control others. Oh no, they hate that. They hate that. They hate that. That's why I tell you, all them people that ever told me, oh, they're going to hell. You living in hell. Okay? You living in hell, because I wonder how some people supposed to be Christian, Muslim, and you going to hell, they do. Like, I ain't in that nonsense. I'm not in that. Like, don't preach your religion to me. Like, for real. I don't care which religion it is. And to be honest with you, don't preach that joint to nobody. Because human beings love to play so perfect, right? But let me tell you something. If y'all play so perfect, right? Why y'all don't like to answer questions that's very easy to answer? And that's not talking about one religion. That's talking about all of them. And people don't like to answer stuff like that because we all know that religions are games and set up. Yeah. Don't tell me that this religion is better than that religion. No, I don't. I'm not in for that. I'm not living for that. Okay, and I'm not going to even get into that. Anybody that anybody that even have that coming out of their mouth, right? That this religion is better than this religion or that religion is better than that religion. Soon as you say stuff like that, right? I don't care who you are. You're evil soul. Okay, I don't care how much you want to say that your God said this or your God is a selfish God. Your God? Your God? What happened to God for everybody in the world? What happened to God that made all? What happened to... Because the same God that made you, right? Is made the person that don't believe in the religion that you go by. But you are so naive and you are so stuck in your religion that you will think that you are a better human being than another person that don't go by what you go by. And this is why I say religious people, many of them are lost. 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 And it ain't about dissing them. Nah, it ain't about dissing them. You gotta really, like, show me something for real. Okay? Show me something for real. And I learned when you say stuff like that, right? You ain't dissing them. Show me something for real. You know what'll happen? You'll have your own so-called melanated people, right? They'll go against you for others. And they're like, yeah, he's crazy, she's crazy, you know, this and that. Why you think for years where people could call, many people could call Erykah Badu and Lauryn Hill crazy? Huh? Why you think people could call them that? Because the brothers in the so-called black community, oh, they let the world do that to them too. You know, for real, because they'll say, oh yeah, Erykah Badu had dudes going crazy. Did she had dudes going crazy or they went crazy on their own? Huh? Then you'll say Lauryn Hill. Oh, Lauryn Hill did this. Lauryn Hill did that. Let me tell you something, you weak black man. You are easy to blame the sisters, right? But you'll never blame others. You'll never blame others, and it would always be where you will make one person or a few people in the black community look crazy and you will go side with others. Yeah. It's all good though. It's all good. It ain't no thing. It ain't nothing. That's in your blood. That's in your DNA. Some of ya. Okay, not all. Because real black men and women gonna always stand up for each other. Real black men and women gonna stand up for everybody. Okay, but selfish black people is gonna always stand up for themselves. Selfish black people gonna always have a problem with everybody, even themselves. Selfish black people, they don't care about no religion. They don't care about no spirituality. They don't care about nothing at all. They don't care about nothing but getting, okay? It's two sides of people in this world. And if some people don't want to get that, you ain't got to get that, okay? You ain't got to get that because it's going to always be how it's going to always going to be. You're going to have a side that's going to ride and you're going to have a side that's going to be jealous. You're going to have a side that's going to be good-hearted people with love. And you're going to have a side with people that's just rotten, dirty, deceitful, disgusting, dirty, scum. And let me tell you something. With all of that saying, the ghetto doesn't make you black, and the suburbs don't make you white. Okay? Like this so-called thing of black and white, it's one of the biggest lies told in human history. And the biggest lie for humans to fight for is this black and white thing. If you got sense, you should know, man. Original, it ain't no competition against a copy. Okay? You should know that. Original is gonna always shine. Yeah, original gonna always shine and the copy gonna always look sloppy. For real. It's just like the original DVDs and the bootlegs, or original VHSs compared to the bootlegs. Yeah, you're gonna be able to watch the same movie on the bootleg like back in the days, but you ain't gonna get that real feel. You're gonna only get that feeling. Okay, but you ain't gonna get that real feel. You ain't gonna get that feeling that you want. And to be honest with you, you ain't gonna get that feeling you need. Okay? Because, put it like this, yo. There's an order in this world that the humans went against a long time ago, okay? And some people like to put it as in night and day, black and white, but not as in the people, okay? Opposites, but not opposites as in negative and positive, no. I'm talking about opposites that really attract. Okay, opposites that help each other. And to be honest with you, we shouldn't even call it opposites. For real, cause how do a lot of people say nowadays that they like to be around like-minded people, or they like to chill around like-minded people, or talk to like-minded people, right? Okay, cool. Now, for those people that don't chill around like-minded people and you just chill around the norm, what is that? See, we forgot to say that the norm is nonsense. People don't like to admit that. They like to just look at the norm as in regular, and everybody follows the norm. But ask yourself, what is the norm? What is normal? Or better yet, what is basic? Because if something is basic, that's lower level, right? That's like first level, basic. And if something is on, like, you know, top tier, that's further than basic, right? Now, something that's further than basic is different levels. lumbar, and I'm just knocking my handler out. I'm gonna redecorate my handler. Ugh. I said make sure the clock is dry. Man. Ready? Are you ready? What's going on? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You never stop.